Marsabit County is located in northern Kenya. It covers about 15% of Kenya's total landmass. Marsabit has an international boundary with Ethiopia to the north. It borders Turkana County to the west, Samburu County to the south, and Wajir and Isiolo counties to the east. The county headquarters is in Marsabit town, strategically located on the Nairobi, Isiolo and Moyale highway to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. The county has very attractive topographical features such as Mount Marsabit in the central part, Huri Hills in the northeast, Mount Kulal in northwest, the mountains around the Sololo-Moyale escarpment in the northeast, and Chalbi Desert, forming a large depression covering an area of close to 948 square kilometers. Chalbi Desert is the only of Kenya's terrain that is classified as a true desert. It looks like a simmering lake from a distance, but it is the region's hottest site, surrounded by dry volcanic sand spreading across the horizon, with no shelter or oasis to offer respite. Communities in this ecosystem are generally pastoralists, with a rich cultural diversity from over several other communities spread over the region. When visiting from any direction, you experience the amazing world of arid and semi-arid lands through changing landscapes and climate. You meet people who have lived in this environment all their lives and see the resilience of both wildlife and people who understand this part of Kenya ultimately. This region has 3 major national parks that include Marsabit National Park and Reserve, the Southern Island National Park, and Sibiloi National Park. Marsabit National Park encompasses some of the most interesting geological displays found in this arid land. Many people go to these parks seeking clear skies and fresh air, peace, serenity, and beauty that only this park can afford. The park comprises a densely forested mountain and 3 crater lakes that are the only permanent surfaces of water in the region and that provide habitat for a variety of wildlife. At first, the park may appear to be a monoculture of green tree cover, but Marsabit National Park offers a host of opportunities to see wildlife, birds and wildflowers. It's amazing how different birds and animals call the park home. Born out of volcanic fire and shaped by mist, it is peppered with extinct volcanic craters cloaked in romantic moss-encrusted forests. Gulf Sokite Diko lies adjacent to Marsabit Lodge and gives a good scenery to the lodge, where visitors enjoy viewing birds and mist on treetops. Marsabit is famous for the dreamy waters of Lake Paradise. Lake Paradise lives up to its name and was used in the making of early wildlife films. It is an enchanting spot and a good place to camp. There are many ways to enjoy the beauty and splendor of the park in the heart of Marsabit County, while learning more about its history, its people, and the beautiful grounds. The lush landscape emerges from a thicket of trees and colorful flowering plants amid waterfalls and a walking path. Wander through a unique and ever-changing living ecosystem, showcasing several butterfly species that defines the unpolluted forest environment that attracts them throughout the year. Here you can smell the freshness of the park from underground springs that make butterfly watching very easy from a close distance. The park is famous for its elephant named Ahmed. This elephant had 24-hour security surveillance following a presidential decree in the 70s to demonstrate Kenya's commitment to wildlife conservation. Ahmed, who boasted some of the biggest tusks ever recorded, died aged 55, was preserved and is now on display in the Nairobi National Museum. With thousands of plant and animal species, many of which are only found here, every ecotourist is bound to see abundant wildlife during their visit. On a good day, you can see elephants, the buffalo, the greater kudu, hyenas, and the baboon. Trekking in this park with the option of overnight camping gives you a new perspective on the park. Seeing plants and animals that would have otherwise melted into the forest unnoticed, and enjoy waking up to a misty morning. The two main park entries are Ahmed and Abdul Gates. An Ahmed Gate also leads you to the Marsabit Lodge that lies in an exquisite location, giving a stunning view to visitors. There are two public campsites as well. Ahmed Campsite, which is located by the main Ahmed Gate, some 3.2 kilometers from Marsabit Lodge. Abdul Campsite is located by Abdul Gate and is close to the park headquarters. There is also a special Paradise Campsite, a grassy clearing on the shores of Lake Paradise that is usually open during the dry season. Deep in the park forest, you encounter different attractions, from the tall trees and dead trunks with a variety of algae and mushrooms emerging from very fertile grounds. Moving silently through the trees on a guided tour, you can see baboons scouting for food and squirrels patrol on tree branches for insects on tall conifers where they live. Lovers of spider webs may require more time to examine different patterns and sizes of the exhibitions along the narrow animal-created paths. They are very attractive, with an illuminating lining that gives a reflection from the sunrise that penetrates from tree branches. Marsabit National Park is one of Kenya's most quiet and remote national parks. It is one of the most famous of Kenya's safari parks that requires lots of patience to find wildlife in its bushy center. Marsabit town marks the beginning of an adventure to the west of Marsabit County, which dares travelers to cross the semi-arid lands to reach Lake Turkana. This shimmering and seemingly endless expanse of land stretches for several kilometers to the shore of the lake. The three national parks, Sibiloi, Central and Southern Islands, are major breeding grounds for the Nile crocodile and provide an outstanding lab for the study of plant and animal communities. Southern Island gives you a very special opportunity for a unique safari along Lake Turkana. Lake Turkana is the most saline lake in East Africa and the largest desert lake in the world, surrounded by an arid landscape. The long body of Lake Turkana drops down along the Rift Valley from the Ethiopian border, extending 249 kilometers from the north to the south and 44 kilometers at its widest point with a depth of 30 meters. It is Africa's fourth largest lake, fondly known as the Jade Sea because of its breathtaking color. While here, take a visit to the most populous town along Lake Turkana, Loyangalani. Loyangalani is a small town located on the southeastern coast of Lake Turkana. It is a popular tourist destination in northern Kenya, as the surrounding El Molo and Turkana villages offer unique experiences. In this remote and forgotten region, you also experience the challenges faced by these communities, but you get to know more about their lifestyle, their ornaments, their artifacts, and the dramatic landscape that makes up Marsabit County.